to write a paragraph relating to Cierco's three speeches. Hello everyone, my name is Saif Alam. I'm a student of John Jay College of Criminal Justice, majoring in criminal justice, minoring in psychology and political science. Today I'll be demonstrating the ways to write a paragraph that pertains to Cierco's three speeches. How do you need to prepare your paragraph? You first need a pen. Next you need papers. Then a graphic organizer to synthesize your thoughts. Okay, so step 1, brainstorm the 3 words that come to mind when writing a paragraph about Cierco's 3 speeches. So it's very important to brainstorm the 3 words in order to sound clear and direct to your reader when you write these paragraphs. And now present the 3 words. First, you need an epidemic statement, then a deliberate statement, lastly the judiciary statement. These are the important words in order to target your audience in a way that is clear, persuasive, and gets straight to the point when you write the paragraph that relates to Cierco's 3 speeches. And it will sound very enhanced and very refined when you follow this principle. So first, I'm going to present you the definition of an epidemic statement. A statement which praises a particular audience. Okay, so as an example, the court prosecutor presented a case about the defendant, John Smith's first-degree murder of Janet Williams in Hollis, New York, on March 16, 2016, at 1:45 p.m. The diary presented, "I feel like ruining Janet's life on her home and have my shotgun ready to blow her head off on time. Today is Monday, March 14, but I have planned out a roadmap and killing her freaking a bleep. So I will not hear her success stories from her bragging about the doctor's degree she earned from college. Today is March 14, and victory is mine. I finally killed the woman and nobody has to hear from her ever again. The hearsay evidence praises the jury. John committed first-degree murder out of intent because he's envious of Janet's success stories." So he's praising the jury that he should be guilty. That's the prosecutor for murdering Janet, and he presented the hearsay that what he said is out of intent, and this is very clear evidence to the epidemic statement. Next is the deliberate statement. Is a statement contains both persuasion and dissuasion. In other words, is to praise the reader that this person should not do something. Okay. As an example, the court defense attorney had presented some character evidence about the defendant's mental capacity. Medical documents proved his mental shortcomings, symptoms such as antisocial personality and dissociative identity disorder. The defense attorney cited from John's psychologist, Dr. Miguel Sanchez. John is a peaceful sometimes, but he gets outraged sometimes because he's very sensitive towards what people say about him. He ends up cursing and throwing objects towards them without any form of mental restraint. He takes fluoxetine twice a day so the neurons of his brain can have enough energy to stimulate the speech nutrients to his synapses, nerves of the brain, and reduce the malfunction of the frontal lobes in his brain. This example shows the defense attorney persuading the judge not to sentence him to prison because John is proving he's mentally insane where he does not intend to assassinate Janet. So the deliberate statement clearly the defense attorney wants to show that the judge should not send him to prison, life in prison, because he has no intent of murdering Janet. So it's persuading the judge not to sentence him to prison for life. And it shows like as a deliberate statement is like persuading the judge not to do something. And the medical documents is very clear evidence to prove the point. The last statement is the judiciary statement. A statement contains a description of the consequences, whether it is legal or civil terms. As an example, the judge ruled John is guilty for first-degree murder since there is more evidence in favor of the prosecutor. Based on the prosecutor's release of John's evidence, John had a propensity to murder three women named Maria Grace, Sidney Frances, and Chelsea Malley. According to the relevant photographic evidence, which is admissible in the court for the murder of three women, John has full knowledge of his romance and details about his target victims. As a result, John faced life sentence described as first-degree murder according to New York State penal law in prison for the murder of Janet Williams. So the judiciary statement is the consequences again, and the consequences is he faced life in prison. Since there is more evidence that is weighed in the court that he has a propensity to murder other victims, that weighs more than the character evidence that he is a peaceful person. Well, he is not a peaceful person because evidence had way more that he has propensity. He has the full knowledge to target his victims. Therefore, under the New York State penal law, the punishment for him is, as a consequence, is life sentence in prison for the murder of Janet Williams. Okay, lastly, you have to form a paragraph, and you integrate these together as when you form a graphic organizer, and you put these together. The court prosecutor presented a case about the defendant, John Smith's first-degree murder of Janet Williams in Hollis, New York on March 16, 2016 at 1:45 p.m. The diary presented, I feel like ruining Janet's life by going to her home and have my shotgun ready to blow her head off on time. Today is March 14, but I have planned out a roadmap of her home and killed her freaking ace, so I would not have to hear no more success stories from her bragging her about the doctor's degree she earned from college. Today is March 14. Victory is mine. I finally killed that woman, and nobody has to hear from her ever again. This heresy evidence praises the jury. John committed first-degree murder out of intent because he is envious of Janet's educational success. The heresy praises the jury that John has committed first-degree murder out of intent because of envious toward. Therefore, the court defense attorney have proved his mental shortcomings such as antisocial personality disorder, dissociative peaceful identity disorder. The defense attorney cited from John's psychologist that the Dr. Miguel Sanchez, John is saying about him. He ends up cursing out and throwing objects towards them without any form of mental restraint. He takes fluoxetine twice a day so the neurons of the brain can have enough energy to stimulate the nutrients in the frontal lobe of the brain. This example shows the defense attorney persuading the judge not to sentence him to prison because he is proving John is mentally insane where he does not have the intent to assassinate John. The judge ruled that first-degree murder since there is more evidence of the prosecutor. Based on the prosecutor's release of John's evidence, had a propensity to murder three women named Maria Grace, Sidney Frances, and Christina Malley. According to the photographic evidence for the murder of three women, John has full knowledge of his romance about his target victims. As a result, John Smith faced life sentence, described first-degree felony under New York State penal law in New York for the murder of Janet Williams. So these paragraphs are integrated together, so they become one whole paragraph, as according to according to what I have organized from the text. So you gotta remember that this is important when writing a paragraph relating to Cierco's speeches, that you must synthesize your thoughts properly.